Okay students, welcome back. In this video I am going to solve two problems. Problem number 5.1 and 5.2 from your question bank. Okay. Yeah, you can watch and see in the sheet here. Let me show to you in the sheet. This is the first problem, 5.1. The problem is like this. A sphere of diameter 50 mm is resting centrally on the top face of a cube of sides 50 mm. So normally in the isometric projection, you are given a combination of solids. One solid kept over the other. Here you have a combination of two solids. One is a cube of 50 mm sides. On that, a sphere of diameter 50 mm is placed. You are asked to draw the isometric projection of the combination of solids. This is the problem that was asked. Okay, this has reference number 1 from the VTU primer. So I want you, even if you take your isometric graph sheet, I want you to divide this into two parts like this, so that you can make both the problems on the same sheet. Even if you are using a white sheet, you can divide this into two parts and solve both the problems on the same sheet, so that it will be easy for me to evaluate. Okay, I want you to include problem number 5.1 and 5.2 in the same sheet, whether it is a white sheet or a graph sheet. So because you are asked to draw the isometric projection, the first thing that you have to do is to draw an isometric scale in one of the corners. Okay, so I am drawing the isometric scale here. This is your horizontal OX. To this line you will draw two lines, one inclined at 30 degrees, the other inclined at 45 degrees. Okay, you can give them some names, OA and OB. So this you are going to use your protractor and mark the angle and draw these lines. After that, what do? You have to mark the actual lengths on the line OB. 10 mm, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and so on. Okay, so I'll call them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from each division point you will draw perpendiculars to OX. This angle should be 90. So OB is called actual scale and OA is called isometric scale. These division points will be 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, etc. So you should make this ready first. Okay. Once this is done, you can start your actual problem. Now let me start by drawing the cube first. The cube has 50 mm edges. Now let me start by drawing the two isometric axes. Both are inclined axes. The inclined axes are inclined at 30 degrees to horizontal. This is one of the isometric axes and this is the other isometric axis. So both are inclined at 30 degrees to horizontal. You call them as isometric axis. The third one is the vertical axis that I have not drawn still. Okay. Now you are asked to draw a cube of 50 mm sides. So on both the axes you will mark ISO 50. Let us say this is ISO 50. ISO 50 in the sense you will go here. This is actual 50. From here you drop a perpendicular. Now from this point to this is called ISO 50. So you take this distance from isometric scale and then mark here on this axis. Similarly, you mark ISO 50 on the other axis as well. Okay. So this is ISO 50, this is also ISO 50. Now with these divisions, I will draw two isometric lines and close this box. From this division point, I will draw a line parallel to this line. Make sure all the lines are drawn thin, construction lines. Now from here I will draw a line parallel to this line. That also becomes an isometric line. So it comes like a rhombus. Okay. So all the distances are ISO 50 in this. Now you have drawn the base of the cube in fact here. Okay. Now I will take the height. The height also will be 50 for the cube. Now the height will be taken along the third axis. The third axis is vertical axis. So far we have used two inclined axes. Now the third axis is vertical axis. I have already shown you what are isometric axes. Okay. So I am going to draw verticals from each of the division points, and along the vertical you will mark ISO 50. So from here to here is ISO 50, from here to here ISO 50, this is also ISO 50, this is also ISO 50. And then you connect the tips of the perpendiculars. All the lines are light lines. Yes. Now whatever lines that are not visible to you, you can always erase. Yes. So this is a cube. On this you are asked to place a sphere. The diameter of the sphere is 50. Now this is the top face of the cube, which is horizontal. Now let me find the center of this surface. The sphere has to be kept on this centrally. It is mentioned rest centrally. So what do you do? Draw the center lines as isometric lines. This is ISO 50, you already know. So I will mark ISO 25 here. Here also I will mark ISO 25 and draw two isometric lines. This is an isometric line. This is also an isometric line. We normally don't join the diagonals in isometric projection to get the center. The center is obtained by drawing isometric lines. So this is the center now. Now the diameter of the sphere is 50. So this is how I draw the sphere. First, if the diameter is 50, the radius is 25. Take ISO 25. Mark the center. So this is ISO 25. I am showing the dimension. ISO 25. You mark the center. Now you take your compass. Okay. Take actual 25 as radius. I repeat again. Take this point as center. The center you have obtained by taking this distance as ISO 25. Now take this as center. Take actual 25 as radius. Okay. Actual 25 as radius. You draw just a circle. This will appear like a sphere. Okay. Now what are the lines that are not visible to you? Either you can erase or you can retain them as thin lines. But all the visible portions should be made dark. That is important. So I am making all the visible portions dark. You have to use your scale. Don't use freehand. Please use scale to make the lines dark. It's visible till here. Now whatever lines that are there inside, you can just erase inside the sphere. That's why I said you should make the construction lines light. Don't make them dark. That's it. Okay. This dimension you can show. That's it. There are no rules followed, it is just some simple procedure. Okay. It's a combination of two solids here. Similarly, in the examination, you may be asked to do a combination of three solids, one solid kept over the other. That's about the first problem. Now let us move to the second problem. The second problem is this. Draw the isometric projection of a lamina here. It's a circular lamina, 50 mm diameter, when its surface is 1 horizontal and 2 vertical. It's quite simple. Let me draw it and show to you. Now, when the surface is horizontal, when I explained about isometric axis, a plane is obtained in a horizontal plane, or a plane is horizontal when you make use of both the inclined axis. Okay. So I am going to draw both the inclined axis here. If this is horizontal, this is inclined at 30 degrees. This is also inclined at 30 degrees. Okay. Okay, I'll leave it here and show it as 30 for you. Okay. Now, the circular lamina diameter is given as 50. So, you are going to take ISO 50 here and also ISO 50 on the other axis. Both are ISO 50. Then you will complete this rhombus. By drawing two isometric lines. This is an isometric line. This is also an isometric line. Okay. So these two lines are parallel to each other and these two are parallel. So this looks like a rhombus. Now how to draw the isometric projection of a circle? In fact, the isometric projection of a circle is an ellipse. And we draw the ellipse by following a method called 4-center method. It's called 4-center method. In other words, we are going to take 4 centers and draw 4 arcs to complete the ellipse. Okay. So, if this is the rhombus, this is the longer diagonal, this is the shorter diagonal for the rhombus. Now the first center is one of the tips of the shorter diagonal. This is the center 1. Now what should be the radius? This is the radius. Mark the midpoints of all the 4 edges of the diagonal. If this is ISO 50, you should mark ISO 25, ISO 25, ISO 25, ISO 25. Now the radius for the first arc will be from this center to the midpoint of the opposite sides. This is the radius. So take 1 as center, this length as radius, draw an arc. You are using compass here. This can be drawn thick. Now 1 arc you got, taking 1 center. Now this is the second center, the other tip of the smaller diagonal of the rhombus. What is the radius? From here to the midpoint of opposite sides. So this is the radius now. So take 2 as center and this length as radius, draw an arc here. This is the second arc of the ellipse. Now what's the third center? The third center will be wherever these radial lines are intersecting on the longer diagonal, that will be third center. The radius is to the tip of these arcs. This is the radius. So take this as radius and draw the third arc. Similarly, this is the fourth center. The radius is this or this. You will draw another arc to complete the ellipse. So this is the isometric projection of a circle. It comes as an ellipse. And the method that we have adopted to draw this ellipse is 4 center method. Okay, this is horizontal position. Horizontal position. So when the circle is in a horizontal plane, the isometric projection appears like this. I repeat the procedure once again. We have started by drawing 2 isometric lines. This is inclined at 32 horizontal. This is also inclined at 30. So when you are using isometric graph, you already have these lines with you. So mark ISO 50 on this and also ISO 50 on this by selecting a corner. After that, from here you will draw an isometric line, again ISO 50. From here you will draw another isometric line, again ISO 50. Isometric line in the sense parallel to this and parallel to this. So you get the rhombus. Then you have connected the longer diagonal and shorter diagonal of the rhombus. Now you are going to draw an ellipse using 4 centers. What is the first center? The tip of the smaller diagonal. This is the first center, and the radius will be the distance from this corner to the midpoint of opposite sides. This is the radius. So take this point as center, this as radius, draw an arc. That is the first arc. Then move to the second center. The second center is the other tip of the smaller diagonal. The radius will be the distance to the midpoint of opposite sides. So take 2 as center this time and this length as radius, draws the second arc. Now what's the third center? Wherever these radial lines meet the longer diagonal, that will be third center. The radius will be this or this. Take 3 as center, draw an arc with compass. Similarly 4 as center, this as radius, another arc. So all the 4 arcs are drawn using compass, not freehand. Please remember this. So this is called 4 center method. This is how it appears when the circle is in a horizontal plane or when the circle is on HP. But when the circle is in a vertical plane, how to draw the isometric projection? The same method we follow, but this time we are going to make use of one of the vertical axis. This is vertical axis, the other is 30-degree axis. This is 30 degree. So we make use of these 2 axes to draw the isometric projection in a vertical plane. Once again it is the same procedure. I will mark ISO 50 on this and also ISO 50 on this, and then complete the rhombus by drawing 2 isometric lines. This is a rhombus. Draw its longer diagonal and also the shorter diagonal. All these are construction lines. Only the ellipse should appear dark for you. All the other lines are thin lines. Now which is your, let me mark the midpoints of all the edges by taking ISO 25. Now this is your first center and this is the radius. The distance to the midpoint of opposite sides. So take 1 as center, this as radius, you draw an arc here using compass. This is your second center and this is the radius. You will draw an arc with 2 as center and this length as radius. This is the second arc. This is the third center. This is the radius. Third arc. fourth center. This is the radius, complete it. So this is how the circle appears when it is in a vertical plane. Okay, this is for vertical plane. So the procedure adopted is same for both, but only thing I have changed the axis positions. I have made use of an inclined axis and the vertical axis. You can also make use of this axis also. This is another 30-degree axis. So you can make use of this plane also here and to draw the ellipse. I have used the right one. You can also use the left one. Both are accepted. So that's it, students. This will be one assignment for you. I'll be uploading this video and I will also be creating an assignment. I want you to draw both of these in one sheet. You can have a look at this. I'll come back after taking a short break. See you then.